All right. Well, we had some technical difficulties there. So you said you got hit by a car. What year was that?
June 2000.
And what was the whole circumstances? How did that go down?
My coworker and I we split an apartment downtown on Broadway, and his girlfriend and my girlfriend didn't get along. So every week, and we alternate weekends. You know, I have my girlfriend at the apartment that we shared, or we go to the hotel. And the weekend, we had just finished a job. It was my weekend to go to the hotel.
This is in OB or out in Arizona? Where was this again?
Right here, San Diego.
Oh.
We just finished Lindbergh Field, 10-inch jet fuel line, the new pumping station for the airport.
Oh, wow. You worked on the airport. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so you just finished working on that, putting in the pump station, and you were living in a hotel.
Yeah.
And then
then my girlfriend, which is locked up presently, still locked up, been locked up for a minute. Been 7 years. She's been locked up.
That's too bad.
Yeah. They ain't gonna let her out.
Okay.
What is she locked up for?
She maced a cop.
That's it? Big deal. Anyway, this interview is not about your girlfriend, no offense.
Well,
But
so anyway,
what happened to you? I mean, how did we get in this car crash? Let's get to the chase here, so to speak.
it was about 11 o'clock at night. We were at the Easy 8, my girlfriend and I. And she owed some money out to a dealer friend of hers, and I wouldn't give her any money. You know, I wouldn't give her any money. I already spent $500 that day, you know, and I told her no. And she's like, well, nah. And I'm like, well, you're walking to the store with me because I ain't letting you go behind my back and owe any more money. And we come out of the Easy 8 parking lot on Pacific Highway in Old Town, and we were crossing the street. And she had her dealer parked up under the street, up over the bridge by the Union Tribune office. And no headlights, no registration, no driver's license. And he come up over that bridge and come under the overpass as we were halfway across the street. And I caught him out of the corner of my eye. And if I didn't have reflexes, I would have been died. But I jumped and I ended up across his windshield and 150 feet behind the car, laying in the street. Last thing I remember is paramedics, the cop arrived, the highway patrol, paramedics, they picked me up off the highway, threw me in the ambulance, asked me my name, and I was out. And when I woke up, I had an external fixator on my leg with 12 screws sticking out of it. I was in the hospital for 187 days before I got released. And then I spent 2 years with the hardware in my leg, and then another year with a hard cast, you know.
Wow.
And
that's some serious recovery time. Holy shit.
That was my introduction to 3 years of houselessness. You know, that was my introduction.
Did they have any on pain meds or anything like that? Did they get you going on?
I had everything.
Do you feel like what was it? The tipping point was basically just because you couldn't work at the time, or what?
We just finished the job. We had 2 weeks off before our next job.
But you're pretty happy being houseless, aren't you? You're one of the happier houseless people there are out there, aren't you? Would you say so?
I would say I'm happy. I'm not, you know, I'm not content all the time, but
Nobody is, are they?
I got a pretty good outlook on it. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I just ask the Lord every day, you know, to bless me, whatever happens to passing my blessing. You know,
To at least get you a 44 ounce and get an interview out of the deal.
I do pretty well. I mean,
You do well because people love you. It's because of your spirit.
You know, Boston.
I do. I always try to hold a smile. I always try to, say something polite. Even if it's just a simple good morning to somebody that's got a miserable frown on their face, Just to see somebody walking around that's pouting or just got an anger mood, I just try to say good morning to them and see if they reply. And if they don't, I don't take it as a particularism. The next time I see them, I say hi to them again. And after you do that to them a couple hundred times or 500 times, they actually respond.
That's why
You know what I mean? They'll
Boston
actually respond to you. They'll give you something. They'll give you a smile.
Can I cheers you to that?
They'll say hi.
You made me cry.
They'll say hi to you, I mean, there's pretty much, there's not really no place that I can go in Ocean Beach or pretty much anywhere in San Diego, whether I'm downtown or up at the DMV or over the hill, or even if I went to Mexico, I run into somebody I know, and they all know me. I can go anywhere, and there's always somebody that knows me.
You're almost like a superhero.
It's like, but there's always somebody along my pathway that I know, and they'll be like,
Boston!
Boston James. Like last week, I went grocery shopping with my buddy's wife, the people I'm going to help move to Vegas, and I went shopping, a couple days before her husband come home from vacation, and I went grocery shopping with her, and I'm over there at Sports Arena at Ralph's. And here comes like 20, 30 people walking into the store. They're like, Boston James, ain't you a little bit far off base? I'm like, what do you mean? I says, I'm in Sports Arena. I says, I'm sitting by Ralph's. They're like, what are you doing over there? I says, I'm waiting on my buddy's wife. I said, she went grocery shopping. I says, I'm just standing outside, smoking a cigarette, waiting for her to get done shopping. Helping her load the car and the groceries. Just took a ride out of OB for a second.
Well, you're not allowed to leave OB now or something?
It's like,
you don't have a passport?
Shit.
It's a nice little wave coming in right there. So when all's said and done, and the world, not that it's all, we've got a ways to go here, Boston, you and I. But if there's one thing that you would want everyone in the universe and the world, and especially Ocean Beach, to remember you by, what would it be?
I'd probably say, for myself, my acts of kindness, and not my anger, and not my animosity, because people have a tendency to try to push some person's patience, or push their buttons, so to say, to see how far they can push them.
Exactly.
Before
you're not too good at being pushed, huh?
Before it gets a reaction.
Yeah.
But I wasn't always the easiest kid to get along with, but I had to make a lot of adjustments when I became homeless to
Houseless?
Houseless, to curb my anger management.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of hardship, and that built up so much of a quantum of anger, inside a person that,
I've never seen you angry.
that, sometimes it reflects, and people get bounced upside their head for it, you know what I'm saying? And, I don't like that side of it, so I work diligently all the time, that if if somebody's trying to give me an issue, or irritating me or pissing me off, I just tend to smile and say goodbye. See you later, walk away, I go the other way. You know, and I let it go instead of like reacting to want to beat them up.
You get absorbed into their negativity, huh?
I just, you know.
Sometimes if you don't play that game.
Yeah. You know, it's easier. It's easier for me to.
How do you actually? Well, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, like, where do you sleep? Or is that top secret, trade secret? Might be a trade secret.
No, actually, not too far from where Cece lives. Okay. Just a couple blocks up.
But the location is highly guarded.
You know, same alley.
All right.
Same alley, just the next one across the way.
Inside, outside? I never see you actually sleeping.
Outside.
You got a cubby hole somewhere.
I got a carport in front of a pickup truck.
All right.
He's all good.
You slept in the camper out in the back of our house for a little while, huh?
That was Gabe's truck.
That was nice until you socked Jeff in the face. That was pretty cool.
Okay, we can shut it down right now.
You know,
It's all editable.
yeah, that was Gabe's truck.
Yeah.
You know, I've been a lot of places with Gabe, man. Gabe took me on vacation took me and my psychotic girlfriend up to Hollywood to go home when
You had a psychotic girlfriend?
my girlfriend Susan. Yeah, you remember?
Yeah,
her.
she's psychotic.
Yeah, she's my
So
sister.
tell me, like, off the top of your head, what is some of the craziest shit? Like, just maybe not some of, but like just top of your head, first craziest thing that's ever happened in OB that you were part of, that you seen go down, and just was just like, whoa.
Probably walking up the street one night, and I wasn't even guilty of the offense, and one of the biggest guys I've ever seen before come out of Cheswick's and cold cocked me right in the teeth.
Is that when you lost your grill?
Nope, she was in jail.
No, your grill.
Oh no, I had my teeth then. Yeah, he took that one out.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can see that.
Yeah.
Boston's famous for his grill.
You know, he took that one out, but he hit me so hard, so fast, and he thought that I was so drunk and hammered that I wouldn't react. I hit the ground like a bag of cement. I stood back up and threw a left hook at him and gave him a bell ringer from hell. And the very next morning, he see me walking down the same boulevard. He was sitting in the same stool in the same bar, and he knew my name, and he apologized to me, and he said, "Boston James," he said, "let me shake your hand." He's like, I'm a big dude, and I've never been hit so hard by somebody that bounced back so fast. And he handed me a $20 bill and apologized to me.
Look at those mitts.
And we've been,
Who wants to get hit by those? Like, put it next to my hand.
And we've been
Big
friends
old
ever
mitts.
since, you know, because he realized that he hit the wrong person, because it wasn't me that said something to his girlfriend. It was somebody else that looked like me, but it wasn't me. It was some other homeless guy that was in town, and his nickname
Boston
also
Larry?
happened to be, his nickname also happened to be Boston. And
What?
he was
Boston.
It's a conspiracy theory.
He was blonde, blue-eyed,
Wow.
and he was a youngster. Okay, he was like 18, 19 years old.
Going around calling himself Boston, you should have knocked him out on general principle. What the fuck?
And because even right after it happened, there was like half a dozen people in the bar that knew me, and they even grabbed him. They told him, they says, you hit the wrong Boston. That's not the guy that said something to your girlfriend.
No way.
You hit the wrong bird. You hit the wrong person, you know? I mean, he dropped me. I mean, I dropped flat on my ass.
But you still came
I
back
got up
from.
and I took my swing right back. I says, you hit me for no damn reason. I says, I'm defending myself. I'm going to hit you right back. I said, this barroom will empty. I don't care. I said, everybody will come out the door.
Ay, Dios mío.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody did come out the door. Because I wasn't in the wrong. I didn't do anything. I got hit for no reason. I just happened to be Boston James in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know? But yeah, that was it was an enchanted forest out there. You know? It wasn't funny. My jaw hurt.
Well, it's funny now with time.
You know,
it is funny.
My
So,
jaw hurt. You know, because I'm not that big of a person, but this guy is like 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, but you got a fist on you.
I got a
you got a mitt. So
I got a solid left hook.
I'm feeling like we got a pretty solid interview out of the deal. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this? And then if not, we can also just go on to closing comments, something maybe you would like to say to the people of Ocean Beach in closing.
You know,
Unless there's something you feel we missed.
actually, you know.
Oh, wait, there was one thing. You did live, where was it? You used to live in, what was it, Austin Beach? Or where's your mom live?
Old Orchard Beach in Maine.
Old Orchard Beach. He lived in Orchard Beach, and now he's in Ocean Beach. I thought that was funny. That was kind of interesting.
Old Orchard Beach in Maine on the Atlantic Ocean. Double OB to OB. Okay? You know,
O to the double C.
Double OB to OB, you know, 3,000 miles away, a little over 3,000 miles away. You know, a lot of body of water between there and there. A lot of difference in the seasons, too.
Body of land, more to the point.
You know, well, back there we have seasons, you know. We have spring, summer, fall, and winter. You know, we get the foliage, we get the foliage, we get the seasons, we get the snow, we get the cold, you know. But and back east, we get the humidity like a son of a gun in the summertime.
You want to say some? You want to say some shout outs to your fellow houseless people in OB? Give me some shout outs.
You know, to the houseless people in Ocean Beach that know me on my.
Who you got? Who's your homies?
I got.
Give me a shout outs.
I got Obi Tommy.
Tommy.
I got Darlene.
Darlene.
I got Corey.
Yep. What?
I got Blondie.
Blondie.
I keep forgetting her name, but she's all right.
Alright.
It took her a while to get to know me before she tried to talk to me.
Yeah.
And I got Cowboy. He's been around a minute.
I know Cowboy.
I got Cowboy. I got Rebel Scooter.
Scooter.
I got Nitch that lives over on Abbott and Cape May in the garage where we hang out and build bicycles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That's Nitch.
Nitch is the big guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He lives in the house right there.
Cool.
And all of us other homeless people, we hang out and build bicycles. You don't hang there if you don't do no work. That's the house rule. You know, you don't just come in with a beer and a joint and sit down and hang out all day long. And, you know, you're going to do some work in the garage. You're going to pick up a wrench and tool a bicycle.
Who's your shout outs for like who's the cool business owners, people that have been really good to you, like on Newport and stuff like that? Like who? I know you love Seth. Seth's got love for you, right?
You know, Paul and Leanne from the James gang that bought it from Rick.
Yeah.
Okay. They go to my church because I was baptized at OB1. I was rebaptized. I was baptized as a kid.
Are you a Jedi now?
I was rebaptized into Ocean Beach 1. I go to church on Sundays most of the time. I do my Tuesday night Bible study at OB1. And I like all the ladies that serve us at the food bank at the Episcopal, you know. And I like Thursday night feeds, you know, which are twice a month at, you know, the Methodist church. You know, I like OB Kebab. Sal's a good guy, you know.
Yeah.
Off
Sal's a
from
really
Newport
good
Market, you know, because
You and Seth still cool?
Seth and me, we get along. He says hi to me every day, you know. He says hi to me all the time. I've watched his kids growing up.
Yeah.
Those podcasts.
I got a lot of OG friends, like my buddy and his son Chance. Now Chance is like I've known Chance
20 feet
since
tall.
he was in diapers, you know. And look at Reckless. I mean, you know.
Reckless is out of control.
Who's Reckless? What's Reckless?
You know Reckless.
What's that?
Reckless used to come over and hang out with Gabe and me when he lived on Santa Monica. And, you know, and a couple others who used to hang out on the patio out there on the front side of Santa Monica. Yeah, there's a few of us. You know, we've been around a minute or two, you know, but...
Now, you used to have a rap career going. You remember that?
Yeah.
How's your rap career going?
Me?
Yeah.
I still...
You still live in OB? On the streets? Remember?
Still
Well, I remember your lyrics. You're like, I live in OB, me. I'm on the streets. I don't know if you got it in you right now, but if you felt like throwing down a jam, you could.
Put it down later.
Man, I still, you know, I still ride up and down on a rainbow, a teeter-totter in the swing set, missing a girl in the autumn winds in the parking field. I miss how we used to talk and we used to play and run around. I used to swing with her on the set and on the playground.
Well, if you're not crying by now, then you don't have a soul. So, okay, I'm going to call it done. Boston, you are the man. This was a magical interview. I'm super stoked. Tears are running down my face right now. I'm so happy. Thanks, brother.
No, something.